rock and roll trucker.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Trucker, the channel that likes to rock and roll, the channel that likes to play. We love to eat, we love to truck, we love to see the world around us and just have a big old time. Come on in and have a seat, let's have a good chat. We'll tell you where we're going, we'll tell you where we've been. Yes, that is me playing the music.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, hump day as they call it. We are in Atlanta, Georgia. We went home last night. We didn't do much filming, didn't do too much as far as filming yesterday. It was a lot of working going on from the back. Miss Erin was back there doing her meetings and working. I was up here just driving. We delivered at a Wal Mart and did a lot of sleeping while we're unloading. So just didn't turn the camera on much yesterday. So we had a load that picked up in Newport, Tennessee, coming down to Atlanta this morning. So it afforded us the rare opportunity to just go home and sleep in our own bed. So that's what we did last night. We got up well before the sun this morning to drive down here. It's 8:04 as I'm speaking right now. So we left while it was still really dark, well before the sun. Wasn't much to film this morning other than us getting into Atlanta and me being mad and cussing at traffic. That's what me going to Atlanta consists of. So one of these days I'll just have to do a not suited for work video of me driving through Atlanta traffic. She's heard it. She's seen it. She knows it's not pretty. Me and Atlanta don't get along.
We'll have to perfect the bleep.
Yes. Me and East Atlanta don't get along. Don't get along with West Atlanta, South Atlanta, North Atlanta, Central Atlanta, nones of Atlanta. Don't like 285, 20, 85, 75. Don't like none of them. I just don't like trucking here. But where I live, it's a necessary evil. There's just no way getting around it. It's such a crossroads for freight and everything. It's really gotten to be an intolerable city for the majority of the day. There's a couple of hours during the day you can kind of slide through, but morning time hours, morning rush, afternoon rush, lunch rush, hang it up. Try and pass through here at nighttime if you can. And then, I don't know. Just don't dig it. But I do it. That's what I get paid to do. Unfortunately, that's what I get paid to do. And not always real well. But that's what I got to do. We're down here. We're unloading jars from the Smoky Mountain Moonshine over here. I guess this is a bottling facility or something. Looked like I had empty jars. They loaded those things from floor to ceiling, all the way from nose to tail, just boxes of jars. And this does appear to be a bottling facility, I think. And it's I think we got them all here intact. It was not a light load. 41, almost 42,000 pounds of it. I'm starting to, so far on this new gig, I'm starting to wonder if they ever book anything like not heavy. This is my fourth load with them. 3 of them have been substantially above 40,000 pounds, up in the 43 and 44,000 range, and then the only one that hasn't been 40,000 was 37,000 pounds. I'm like, oh, maybe they'll book me a light one next. Maybe. We'll cross our fingers once we leave here. I don't know what I'm doing next. I don't have a lot of hours to play with. I'm going to have to basically go pick something up and either deliver ultra short or something that delivers tomorrow and just knock a couple of driving hours out today. We don't get any recap hours until tonight. And then we're supposed to attempt to go home this weekend. So this has not been a real productive week. Got off to kind of a unproductive start. All the loads have really kind of been unproductive so far. I can't even try and paint the picture pretty and make it sound any better than it is. It's just not been productive at all so far. The first pay period was cut short, due to starting in the middle of the week and then having very, very unproductive loads, even with running over the weekend. And now, I'm running into an hours issue because there was never a time to take a 34 during all that mess. Now I'm running close to short on hours. Stuff wasn't really maximized to start this pay period off real great, and then we're going to try and go home. You know, God forbid a truck driver goes home. It's like I don't know. It puts us in a bad position. You work and drive, run thousands of miles, and then you want to go home, and it financially damages you. That trucking is an interesting world. It is wild. It's hard to manage sometimes, but we get it done. We're gonna get it done. Hopefully, we get a nice product. The only upside to this little short load is the rate ended up being pretty decent because it was a short mileage load and pretty short notice load. It paid okay, but it'd be real good revenue if it's followed up with something else with some good revenue. We'll see. There's a certain amount you really need to be making per day in a truck. You know, any day you're sleeping in the truck, there needs to be, there's a certain level everybody needs to be at, whether you own the truck or whether you are a company driver. Those numbers will be different. But I know on my end, I know what I think my truck should be making every day that I'm in it. Regardless if it's a day that I'm delivering, if I'm in this truck sleeping in it that night, it needs to average out, X amount of dollars per day. And not happening this week so far. It didn't happen last week by any means. So there's lots of room for improvement right now. It's still very early on, so I can't really gauge the situation completely yet because it's new. But we got to get a full next week, and the week after that we'll really kind of tell the tale for it, because I'll be starting fresh next week after going home. We'll start 2 full new weeks and see what happens. That'll be where the truth really shows up. But unfortunately, I'm getting in some financial binds right now, trying to get started on the new gig after coming off a very unproductive gig. For all the miles that I've put on this truck and all the time I've spent in it, these last few months since getting this truck and starting this owner-operator gig, I'm not near as in a good position as I should be. Even in a down market, you can factor in this whole down market thing, and I'm still not where I should be, even with the down market. But it be what it be, is what it is, as they say, and we'll be able to gauge in the next couple of weeks whether it's going to pan out or not. Hopefully it does. I've got my fingers crossed. It seems like it should. On paper. See what the real world turns out to be. Well, we're backed up to the door here. They're not unloading it just yet, it doesn't seem. They checked me in real quick and threw me on the door real quick and had somebody look like they were going to unload it real quick, but they haven't started yet. So I don't know what's going to go on. But I don't have my next load yet anyway, so kind of doesn't really matter just yet at the moment anyways. I'm going to hop off here. We'll catch up with you a little later once we figure out what we're doing and get back out here on the road. Not a lot to talk about in this parking lot. We're going to take it, once we get the truck straightened up a little bit here, maybe this next run, I might do a little tour of the truck. I'm sure there's people out there that have never seen the inside of a Class 8 sleeper truck. And I'm sure there's other people that have shown them, plenty of that on YouTube, but I'll show you mine. Maybe mine's the one that'll show up in the search feature, and millions of people from around the world will say, wow, that's so cool. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe it'll happen. Probably not. But fingers crossed again. But yeah, we might do that. We might get a tour of the truck and show you what the living conditions are, what all kind of accessories and features we've got in these things, some stuff like that. Start getting a few new things going. But right now, we're going to chill out. Hang out while they unload this. Y'all hang out, go eat breakfast, do something. It's morning time, it's coffee time. Go treat yourself. We'll be back with you in a little while. Well, folks, here we sit, still in Atlanta. We moved from our receiver because it just wasn't, we needed bathrooms and food and everything, and none of that was available there, so we came over to a Wal Mart. We've been sitting here for a while. Lots of other trucks around, a couple others with trailers, lots of bobtails. And we went in and shopped, spent good money here and everything. There's signs that say overnight parking, but nothing about no parking and nothing prohibiting trailers. We come back out from shopping, and I'm sitting here, I got my curtain pulled just past my driver's window just to keep the sun out. Somebody starts banging on my door. I open up and slide the curtain, and it's a security guard telling me I've got to go because I've got a trailer. Bobtails only. No signs. Nothing stating that, nothing. I said, even if I just come out from spending good money in there buying groceries, yep, you can't be sitting around with a trailer around here, whether you was shopping or not. So, this Walmart here can kiss my ass, along with a lot of the other Walmarts of the world. You know, spend good money and they just, it doesn't matter to them. You know, I made sure to do the courteous thing like I always do and go as far to the side of the parking lot, away from the store as far as I can, where nobody else is parking and I'm not in anybody else's way. Made sure that there were no signs out. I even checked with Trucker Path and it says, you know, parking allowed as long as you're shopping, which we were doing. So we're sitting here, we're about to pull out and go find somewhere else to sit. Still no load. This is over 3 hours later since the last time I talked to you. Still no load, no place to park. I hate Atlanta. I hate coming here. I never have a good experience in Atlanta. Ever. That includes right now. Don't want to be here, can't wait to go. It's like I want to stay here out of stubbornness on account of that, but it's like I can't wait to leave also. But we can't, I don't know. This is just not a productive week at all. At all. We're gonna make it. We'll figure it all out. Let's go for a ride. You want to try and go to the Petro? Let's see if we can make it to the Petro without getting stuck in Atlanta traffic here. And if you've ever been to the Atlanta Petro, you know it's a huge truck stop, but it's also a, pardon my French, a shit show. And if you sit there for very long, it's like an hour or 2 hours, they charge you a full day's parking there. So once you pull in, they give you a little ticket, timestamp ticket, and then you've got to go, or you've got to pay. So this just whole entire city is just one big aggravating, frustrating experience at all times. The traffic, the parking, just everything. That's a pretty sweet Corvette going up there. Mama just pointing at this Corvette. She said, hey, she's gonna take a ride. Yeah, we're gonna go over here. We're just gonna make a nuisance of ourselves getting out of the parking lot now. We're just gonna cut all the way across instead of, well, I really don't have a choice. There ain't much other way for me to get out other than what I'm doing. So, if they'd have just left me alone, I wouldn't be in the way. Let's see if we can get out of here. What's it look like over there? Can you see?
Nothing.
Nothing at all? Alright. Let's see if we can get out of here without running over a curb, y'all. Let's see, how good are my driving skills today? I missed that one. Now we gotta miss this one. And I believe that, well, I missed all but the last outside like centimeter of it. We just barely got it. Yeah, it was close. Well, I say close only counts on horseshoes and hand grenades though, so I didn't miss it. Didn't completely miss it, I can't claim to have, but we're going to get out here and jump on 20, head back towards the disaster zone known as the 285 loop. Wish I had something more pleasant to talk about. I'm like, man, I'm just on here bitching. But y'all might as well get used to it. If I'm Atlanta and y'all are watching, yeah, well, and there's another, I hate human beings. That truck just, that Yukon just cut a truck off, cut another 18-wheeler off, which further made me have to wait and sit. Nobody cares. Where do driving skills go, y'all? This place is just a lunatic asylum around here. Go ahead and I'll just go ahead and tell you now, if I'm ever in Atlanta, and if I'm on this camera in Atlanta, you're gonna have to deal with me bitching. It's just part, like water is wet. When there's no clouds, the sky is blue. We breathe air and have to have it to live, and when I'm in Atlanta, I'm gonna fuss about it. Just those are just the facts. There's nothing is gonna change that, because nothing is gonna change this city. Here we go. Let's see if we found that magic 4.5 minutes of the day here where we don't run into a traffic jam merging back onto 285.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
That's right. We're over here, yeah. Getting blessed like Katniss Everdeen over here. Right? Let's see. It's already looking a little thick up there. Let's see what happens. Oh, I forgot to put it on personal conveyance. I'm blowing driving time here. Oh well. Oh well, here's what it is, you know. That was our y'all just ignore me. Y'all might just like and subscribe. Hey. If you enjoy these ramblings of a madman, like and subscribe today. Share with your friends. Let them see what you're seeing, which is what I'm seeing, which is a horrible, horrible city to drive a truck in. Yeah.
You like Atlanta?
I don't like Atlanta, honey. I do not like it. Yeah. I'm about to go off like on a green eggs and ham rant about Atlanta. I do not like it here. I do not like it there. I do not like Atlanta any freaking where. What do y'all think about that? Yeah. Well, I'll take y'all as far as up here on the merging onto. Let's let y'all see how it works out for me with the merging back onto 285 here. We'll see if we win or lose today. It's almost always. Well, I'm losing for today. There ain't no way around that. 12:45 almost, about to be 12:45, almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've got no load. I've been up since, 4 o'clock? We've done nothing but drive and unload and sit for 3.5, close to 4 hours.
It's a pretty view though, the cityscape.
It is a nice one. If it was, you see all that smog though, look at that.
Yeah.
You got some Canadian wildfire smoke. You got the pollution of 1 billion cars that are just sitting still on all the roads because they can't drive anywhere.
Look, you're taking my beautiful comment and turning it into terror. Come on.
That would make it like in the evening time and it's all lit up. You can get a nice picture there. I wish you can't really see it on the. We're not close enough for it to really show up real good on the camera there. She is right though, y'all. It was like coming on 20, pointing towards Atlanta, coming into Atlanta before you hit 285. You're coming down a hill and you're looking. It looks directly straight in and across the skyline of Atlanta. It is a really cool view. If you've never seen that before, I wish it showed up on the camera better. It is a really neat view. It is so smoggy looking though.
Yeah.
The air quality has got to be not good right now. We saw people walking all around Wal Mart wearing masks and stuff all over their faces. I don't know if they're still doing it for COVID or if they're doing it for the air quality around here. You can't tell anymore. Here we're passing Six Flags over here. Been there a couple of times. I love that Superman coaster. Y'all ever ridden the Superman coaster at the Atlanta Six Flags?
No.
Yeah, that's a good time. It's a good time. Y'all need to get on that if you never have. It's one of my favorite rides of any amusement park I've been to. Love that. Way back when oh God, here goes one of those sagging rear end trucks. Would y'all look at that? Some people's kids. Man, oh man. Why you do that to that nice truck? No offset rims and a sagging rear end. Come on. But yeah, that Superman coaster over there that's one of my favorites. And way back when I was a young lad, when they first opened the Tower of Terror at MGM Studios back at the Disney complex, ages and ages ago, that was a really cool ride way back then. You go for the little ride through the Twilight Zone and everything, then go up to the elevator and fear for your life. Plummet stories to the ground. Rod Serling would talk to you and get you all creeped out and worried for your future. Yeah. Here's another one of them pickup trucks with the offset rims. I'm tired of seeing those offset wheels on the. They look. It's such a played out look, and they're not the most functional things in the world.
The work trucks are going weird.
Yeah. That's what it is. Why are we going so slow? Where are we at, honey?
Atlanta?
Yeah, there's the answer why we're going so slow. In Atlanta, you either drive 0 or 163 and still get run over. Those are the two speeds in Atlanta. And just as I predicted, here we are coming up to a jam up. get ready to merge off into the bypass. It's still 2 miles away.
I like this term, jam up.
Yeah, jam up. Yep. Well, y'all, there's no sense in y'all being on here and just staring at traffic. You've already heard my rantings and ravings. This has already turned 10 minutes long and we've gotten nowhere. So we'll holler back in a little while when there's something to actually report other than traffic and sitting on my duff, waiting to not sit on my duff anymore. Yeah, no more thumb twiddling. I'm tired of thumb twiddling. It doesn't, despite what you hear, it doesn't pay well. Yeah. We're gonna go. Y'all be patient. We'll be back. Talk to you in a little while. Hello. We're moving. Why are we moving? We're moving because we sat in Atlanta for over 5 hours waiting on a dispatch and we never got one. I had gotten kicked out of that Wal Mart and went to the Petro, which is 2 hours of parking, then you have to pay $25. So I sat there until right up to the minute of when I was going to have to pay $25, and I called the dispatch and told them I am, when it got about 10 minutes out, I was like, I'm about to pull out of here and deadhead home if y'all don't have something here like real quick. And, well, I pulled out and started deadheading home. I'm down here to around Tunnel Hill, Georgia. We're getting back close. We're about 10 miles out from the terminal there where we parked the truck. About halfway, they sent me a message and offered me a load going down to Montgomery that's apparently sitting on the yard, Montgomery, Alabama. I assume it's one of their dropping hook loads going down there because they said it could deliver ASAP. But I've only got a couple hours left, so I really can't do much with it right now. But I told them I would take it if they could get me back home from down there for the weekend. I said they were going to check on some things. Still hadn't heard anything back. So I'm in limbo at the moment. I'm going to have to message them in a bit and see what we're doing. I still don't know, but long story short, fully wasted day of just sitting down in the blazing southern summertime Atlanta heat down there. It got hot enough in this black truck that the AC didn't really even want to keep up real well in the APU or the big motor. Hopefully we'll know what we're doing here shortly, because we're almost back and I'm not going to sit around in their parking lot for too long before I head home. But I would like to know before I leave out of there so I know whether I need to just stay with the truck or hook up to another trailer. I've been in limbo all day, not having any idea what's going on or what I'm doing. So that's where we are. Not real super interesting there, but that's where we are. It's been a very uneventful, not anything to report day on account of just not doing anything. It's pretty exciting getting kicked out of a Walmart, I suppose. You don't get to have that happen to you every single day, so I guess that's something, right? Well, that's our update for the moment. I'm going to message him in a minute. See if we can figure out what we're doing, whether we are or aren't taking this Montgomery load, so I can decide what to do for the rest of the evening. Then we'll get back with you. When I know, you all will know. See you in a few. What's up, y'all? Not in the truck, am I? No. I'm in the music room, being the actual rock and roll trucker. Albeit very sloppily, I'm just in here noodling around because I'm no longer in the truck. We waited in Atlanta. We waited. And we never did get a load. So we just took off. We headed back for Chattanooga. And we got all the way back and we parked the truck and we think we finally got something ironed out for tomorrow after wasting all day long. It was stupid. Thought somebody was behind me. Yeah. But yeah, we're sitting here at home. We done walked to the store, got us a cold drink, got us a pizza on the way, and it looks like I get to sleep in till 6, 7 in the morning, and I get to do a drop and hook pickup here in Chattanooga. Then I think the plan right now is to go to Cherokee, Alabama. I don't know if it's a drop and hook on that end, but it is on this end, so that saves me some trouble. Saves me some time, and it's not that far away. Pretty quick run. And then we'll start figuring out how to get back here for Friday afternoon, Friday evening. Hopefully make a little bit more money in the meantime. But yeah, we're at home. We're at home. We pulled out this bad boy. Yeah, I don't get a chance to mess with it too much anymore. So when I'm here, I like to play it. Sounds a little sloppy. Sounds a little sloppy right now. I like this guy too. Look at this. That's my other guy. Ooh. I'm not really a guitar player. I got those for fun. These guys. Oh, yeah, these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful basses. Those are my real instrument. That's what I used to get paid. I used to get paid to play one of those. Yeah. I used to travel around the country, get paid for that. While I was traveling around the country, getting paid to be a truck driver, at the same time, for a lot of that, I was a traveling musician for a pretty good while there, for several years. Those basses make me a few bucks. Got me around the country and doing some pretty cool, fun things. Yeah, so that's what we like to do when we ain't got nothing else to do. We like to noodle around a little bit and try and keep our fingers still doing something. I haven't played seriously in quite some time, so I'm quite rusty on everything that I touch, but it's a good time killer. And we're glad to be home. That's the biggest thing. We're glad to be home again. We got to be home last night and we got to be home tonight, albeit I'm at home at the cost of having not really made any money today because of the disaster in Atlanta that we documented today with that delivery and then sitting there for hours and on end, hours. Then we just drove back on my own dime. You know, that's the benefit of not being a company driver and being an owner operator is if you get tired of sitting, you can just go. You can take off. But the opposite end of that is it's out of your own pocket. You know, that diesel's coming out of your pocket at that point. But it got me home. And I think we got something going on tomorrow. This is just not going to be a good week. It's not going to be a short week. Hopefully next week stacks up better when we get in the rotation and get everything off to a good start. Because we need it. We need it badly. Yes, we do. Yeah, we're at home. Aaron's in there catching up on a couple of work things. Like I said, we got our pizza, cold drinks, watched a few episodes of TV, and we're just going to veg out and chill out tonight. Yeah, we are just going to chill this evening. Sleep it off. Try it again tomorrow. I'm not sure where that load's picking up tomorrow. They haven't sent me the details yet. My hunch is it's Coca-Cola load. Probably another heavy one. That seems to be all of their freight is 40,000 plus pounds is what it seems to be. But as long as it gets me paid, that's what counts, right? But yeah, we're here. I'll show you the little rack. Look here. That's one of my happy places there. See that nice little, can't get it straight. See that rack of guitars, y'all? Yeah. I don't have fancy expensive ones. I buy cheap stuff because I'm not a high level pro or nothing like that, and I'm rough on guitars, especially when I'm on stage. I'm a very heavy-handed player, and you know, I don't want to feel like I've sold my firstborn child away in the name of getting a guitar that I'm going to take on stage and dinging it up, you know. I don't know. Plus, there's some really good stuff out there for cheap. If you're a musician at all, if you play even as a hobby, which is what I do now, you know, there's some good stuff. You don't got to spend $3,000 on a guitar to find something good. No, you don't. You do not. But yeah, this is where we're at. We still got a lot of stuff. We've been in this apartment for a while. We've been so busy, we haven't done a lot with it. Well, we have the rest of the apartment. This is kind of like the little bonus extra, you know, second room in here that we're using for like kind of a office / music room. And I got all my stuff up on the walls and stuff and everything, so it looks a little plain in here. But it's a nice, peaceful place to be out of that truck. That I can tell you. This is what we got a little ragtag combination of things we're playing through there. Yeah, there's the old vintage, that custom cabinet down there. Look at the side of it. Can y'all see that? That tuck and roll. That was a vintage one owner from, like, I mean, that thing's well over 30, if not pushing 40 years old. My mom's husband bought it brand new way back when and didn't care for it and just held on to it for years. I got a matching head to it somewhere. Where is that thing at? That's a good question. Well, I've got the matching head to it somewhere. It needs a little work, but That tuck and roll upholstery is still impeccable, like an old 60s hot rod. But that thing is cool if you know music gear at all. So yeah, that thing's pretty awesome. Love it. That's my little ragtag setup in here, just for hobby time, just for relaxing time, just for fun time. And that's what I'm going to go do some more of that, have my cold drink, and plop down on the couch for a while. Y'all know where I'm at. Let me know where you're at. What are y'all doing this evening? Y'all relaxing? You chillaxing like you chilling like a villain, as that commercial used to say? Tell me in the comments. If you got this far and you hadn't subscribed to my channel, please like it. Please subscribe to it. Comment, interact, whatever you please. Just hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. Don't know if I'll love you, but I'll think highly of you. That's for sure. But I'm going to go now. Y'all have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're in, whatever day it is when you're watching this, have a good one of those. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.